Everyone, welcome to a Sunday live stream. I'm sorry about the previous live stream. I'm sure some of y'all may have gotten a second notification one, but I was live streaming earlier and then my mother just came and ruined it, so I deleted the previous live stream. So I hope you all have. I have some eat some more. Well, one eats, not eat. I'm mixing up the names. It's not eat some more. It's melting moments. I'm sorry, I keep mixing it up. Melting moments. I used to love it. Uh, as you can see, it's basically like these big cream inside chocolate. This is not some special chocolate. It's just regular chocolate. Okay. It's very soft. There are moments because it's very soft. And the craziest part is that as much as I like this, I still don't really love it because the problem is that when you eat this, it crumbs all over. When I was a kid, I used to eat a lot of these. The worst part would break. It was just too brittle. It was like basically, dust trying to cling up together. That's what it felt like. I always used to eat them in a brown paper or even a lighter gray bag, regardless of the color. I used to eat them, and I never really enjoyed eating them because they break so easily. Even with a plate, it's just very. As you can see, this plate is already messy because pie. I was eating a pie, so you can see a lot of pastry crumbs everywhere. Yeah, I know. I'm sorry. Look, this isn't gonna be a clean stream, but that's. Hey, I'm hungry. I'm gonna eat half of this. I don't think I'll finish it. It's just so soft, honestly. Versions, but honestly, I'd rather have those too big. Sorry about that. I had to move my chair. A lot of cables all over my place. I'm so sorry if this stream is just so silly. But yeah, it's very messy. I don't like this personally. I don't like eating I don't enjoy eating this because it's just so messy. I know, right? First world problems. No, it's not a first world problem. This is a fifth world problem. Once they then all the problems in the entire world uh, dissolves. That's what happens. Once you find a proper way to eat melting moments, then the rest of the world problems will go away. Okay, so what's up with everything going on today? I don't even know. I woke up with this. Yeah, I woke up after a strange dream with the strange feeling. I can't even remember my dream, but it was not. I can remember certain parts of it. For example, we were in this room. Oh, by the way, I'm starting to get a lot of dreams where I'm in this room, if that makes any sense. Because most of my dreams always took place sometimes in this room, but most of them would always be in school, especially school. So, what can I say? It was in this room, in this house. I guess because I'm staying more in this house now that my memories of the past is slowly getting overloaded with this new memory. I've been in primary school for 8 years. I most remember all of the shenanigans at that school. So when it comes to this house, I barely spent most of my time in this house, you know, because when I was in school, I used to go to school for like 8 hours. Sometimes, I won't go to school, but most of the time I had to. And it was just the fact that all of my memories were mostly focused on school. So I never got a chance to really enjoy sitting and just working on my own. So in my dream, something was happening, and all of a sudden there was a sick cat. Now, many of you may not know this, but When I was a child, I had a lot of cats. All of them were stray cats. Then they all uh, strolled away, never to return. And I was yowling for a cat. For months I cried. And I finally got it like the beginning of 2015. And it was a pale cat. It was a pale cat. Um, Blue eyes, I remember, very tiny, 4 weeks old. And it was kind of crazy because 1 week of that cat we just couldn't endure the cat because once again the cat was way too young, taken out of his mother's grip so quickly, and we bought him from the pet shop. Now we had trouble with him, which was unfortunate. I wish I was a better At the time, I wish I was a better owner. I never hurt the animal whatsoever, but obviously we just weren't that knowledgeable on taking care of cats, so we had to give the cats away, which was very unfortunate. And that cat came back in my memory for some reason, but this time it was suffering. It was under this table, and I then fed him some polony, and they were very salty. And then I did something else, and then as I was doing something else, I come back, and then I noticed that the cat is literally like stuck, frozen for some reason. He was dehydrated because the polony or whatever was so salty. No, it wasn't polony. It was ham. I fed him some ham, um, and then I just poured some water or something, and then all of a sudden it transformed into some old man or some bald guy. I can't remember. But that's just how it happened. It was a strange dream. Then I woke up. Um, Honestly, I know now as someone is older, I know how to take care of animals a bit more, and I know how to take responsibility. But in my dream, it was just like a horror story because to see that cat suffer, I can't believe it. It was in my dream. Anyways, I'm starting to notice that my dreams are taking place too much in this house. You know, I rather have them take place in school because I'm not a fan of school. I like my house. You know, I really like the surrounding, and the fact that I'm getting dreams about stuff under the table. You know, I'm spending way too much time here, and that's not a problem. It's just that I spend way too much time here, and my memories are slightly changing. You know. Um. Anyways, enough about that. Let me just put this down. I will be back very shortly. I just have to search for something. So, it's starting to break. It's starting to break. Look at this. Look at this. It's starting to crack. Look at the cream. Oh, this is very textured. You just put your finger in it. It feels very soft, very bubbly. It's pretty sweet. I like it. Will I have it all the time? No. Let me just break this out. Here we go. Now this is a better way to eat it. I was wrong. It's still a terrible way, but slightly better than before. It's a very messy food. And as I said, only when they find a way to eat this, the entire world problems will be solved, okay? Everything will end. All the bad stuff will end once they find a solution to this problem. Okay. Let me take another bite. Oh, this is just so difficult. I wonder what to bake next time. I don't really know what to bake. Um, I don't know. I might not bake this week or tomorrow's week because let's be real, it's just gonna be hectic. It's just gonna be hectic. So a lot of people are very pissed off at the rings of power, and they are very right to do so because obviously it's not a faithful adaptation. And when people talk about faithful adaptations, no one's saying you have to write every single character dialogue in this. No, but the fact that they're just making up their own crap, it's just so obnoxious. A lot of normies are just gonna go with it. You know, already people are calling anyone who disagrees with this race swapping racist. So yes, guys, yes, you want to just shut up and accept it. But those same people will turn around and get angry if you race swap a black character with a white character. I'm just saying, a lot of double standards in the industry. I really wish, I really wish that um, things get better for the fans because what's going on right now? We have Saints Row going woke. We have Rings of Power. We have all of these like interesting stories ebbing away, and people don't want to talk about that. They want to talk about everything else, but they always miss the mark when it comes to why it fell apart. For example, Saints Row. Saints Row failed a lot, mostly because they were trying to tap into this woke audience, trying to make it about Twitter, you know, dismantling their old audience, trying to get rid of them for new people. And guess what? Those retweets, all those 5,000 retweets you get, or 100K likes you may get on a simple tweet, guess what? Those people are not going to purchase your games. Many of them aren't going to do that whatsoever. There's a huge disconnect as well with the gaming journalists. Um, and not all of them, but some of them. Some of them really rancor just just anyone basically who has fun with gaming altogether. You know. Okay. So Gina Carano is having another movie. I forgot about this. Basically, it's a Anta Brandon movie. This is gonna be interesting. I don't know this because if they were, you would have seen like 50 trailers in one show, in one of their daily talk shows or whatever, because they love plugging in their movies and whatnot. So it's a separate company, I'm assuming. Um, and it's just time. It's just time to realize that like the normies need to start realizing some of them are awakening to this, but many of them are just gonna sit there and say, okay, whatever, it happened. Okay, moving on. Oh, look, another show. Oh, wait, this show sucks. I wonder why. You understand? It's a pattern. No one's saying you're not allowed to criticize these things, but when they criticize it, they always miss the mark. They always miss the mark all the time. They don't want to talk about what really destroyed the show or what really destroyed a video game. Saints Row, the main reason was wokeness. I need to stop saying, okay, fine, we can talk about the other stuff as well, but let's talk about the big elephant in the room. Okay, when we talk about these things, people always like to like shy away from the crap, which started it all. Because when you start going woke, you start losing a lot. You know, And the crazy part is these companies rely so much on woke people. The woke people are not purchasing your stuff. Okay, okay. So if I'm marketing my stories to regular people, and all of a sudden, let's just say I all of a sudden betray my audience for these Twitter people. Guess what? Those Twitter people may give you all the likes, all the retweets, all the yes queens, but are they going to support your work? No. The only time they spend their money is living in expensive apartments, buying fancy drinks. What else? Buying expensive merchandise, not from you, by the way, but from other so-called socialists. And basically, they'll flock for the next iPhone, whatever, iPhone 1 billion or whatever. They'll flock. You can charge like $1 billion on that. and they'll purchase it. They'll find a way to purchase it. But for everything else, they won't even give you a cent. So companies, especially Japanese companies, you need to stop listening to these freaks. Listen to the fans. Listen to the audience. Don't listen to the freaks. Because I know you want to get more audience members, but sometimes you just need to know that there's a limit to everything, and certain things don't need these freaks. Okay? These freaks have their own stories to share, and when they do, they don't even like it. Take that lesbian show, the lesbian vampire show. Oh, lesbian vampire show. Remember the lesbian vampire show which got cancelled after a week? I had no idea about it, okay, because this show was not towards me, okay, and the same audience it was for betrayed that show. So you need to understand that these woke people are not purchasing your stuff. When it comes to Zaslav, whatever his name is, the guy who got rid of a lot of shows. Personally, I do disagree with him taking out a lot of animations, but when it comes to everything else, like he got rid of the woke crap because he knows it's not gonna make money. You know, he knows it's not gonna make money. So that's going to be very interesting to see how things are going to go out because I know for a fact once Zaslav is out, someone else will come in and someone else will rock the boat, make everything woke again. So I have no real hope for major companies, the old guard. I have no hope for them because obviously they made their bed. They made their bed trying to attract these these weirdos, and when they realize they're surrounded by these weirdos, not making any money, it's gonna be hard to toss them over. Okay, these weirdos are gonna poke you until I don't even know what I'm gonna say. But you know what they're gonna do? They don't treat you with respect. They aren't gonna support every piece of your work. They're gonna call you racist, and once they call you racist, what? They have their hordes, their armies come after you. Sorry about the rant. It's just when you see things fall apart, I don't like when people miss the mark. Like rings of power failing. Why? Wokeness. Simple as that. Yes, there's other factors in that, but the wokeness is kind of like the major brain of it all because uh, it's a powerhouse. The brain is a powerhouse, um, and once the brain basically, you think of it as wokeness. Think of it as a full body. On top, or inside the head, is the wokeness, is the brain, and then that brain is connected to all other parts like bad writing and terrible characters, terrible plot lines, terrible aesthetics, stuff like that. It's all connected together, okay? Because of these certain decisions. If they were focusing on being very true to the law, you'll see the passion. You'll see the passion trying to cascade from the brain. But no, it's the wokeness trying to cascade from the brain. Okay, let me eat this. I don't really like eating the chocolate parts first because when you're done with the chocolate part, everything else just sucks. Okay, so let me eat this, then I'll enjoy the chocolate part later. Mm. Is this the best to eat when you have tooth problems? No, my gum has never healed. It's still an open gap, and it's terrible. Food isn't getting stuck as the early days, but honestly, I'm still worried. These things melt in your. I'm worried if it goes, to my left side because it can dissolve inside. I'm scared. It's slightly closing, but it's not like so fast. You know, it's more smaller than the past, but still. Holy crap! What if it closes with all food inside? That's just dangerous. It'll be stuck with terrible rotten food. Oh, that's so dangerous. Maybe I should stop eating this. Fine. After this, I won't be eating too much. In fact, I don't even eat that much sweets anymore. I don't eat that much biscuits anymore unless I have nothing else to eat. And for that, I'm feeling weak. I'm feeling very weak. I'm starting to feel very weak because I'm having less sugar, and that's a problem. That's the problem. I'm having less sugar. And when I feel weak, I can't really stand properly. I can stand, but it's just gonna be so difficult. I feel a bit dizzy. I feel a bit lightheaded. I can't really work. I can't really enjoy stuff. So, yeah. But it's better to have like a small piece of chocolate for like a day or for like a couple of days than to eat one big slab every day. It's better to do it a simple way. Uh, I also have this. Some of y'all may have remembered this. I used to eat this when I was a kid. I just love it. Inside it's just chocolate, melted chocolate. Not anything special, but just regular chocolate. So, that's another problem with eating this. It makes you cough because it's all the powder. I wouldn't be surprised if they used drugs to make this, honestly. But okay, today is a very bright, sunny day. That's a good part about today. Um, I wish I had children so they can finish us up because let's be real, when you have children, they literally look at your food, they want your food. So if I had like a couple of children, like 10 or 20 of them, I'll just say, okay, you have this. That's the best part about living with other people, especially when you have children, because they can then eat eat up all the junk food because it'll save me and my teeth. Okay, so you know for a fact I'm gonna be breathing letters. Roasts for Rings of Power. It's just insane. But I don't want to talk about the stuff. Let's talk about positive stuff because if we focus on negatives, as I said yesterday, we're just gonna get sour. So we're gonna keep on the positive stuff, and um, this is gonna be fun. So the positives of this is it has a good sweetness, which I'm not. But if you ever feel weak, a bite of this can actually satisfy you. Because when you're biting it, you're not biting it from the middle. Okay, let me try biting it from the middle. It's gonna be very disgusting. Wow. This is why I don't bite in the middle. Okay? It just falls apart. Anyways, I do apologize for any noise you hear in the background. Look at my fingers, it's all creamy. Mm. The cream is the best part about this. I'm I don't know what else to say. I'm not really enjoying this so far because I know I have to eat this. Maybe I'll eat this tomorrow. I was gonna make a video for my main channel talking about this, but let's just see. Mm. When you divide a big piece of chicken or something like that into smaller pieces, it looks much more smaller. It looks much more appetizing to eat. This just looks wrong. Honestly, you know, it just adds more work. Honestly, I have to choose so much stuff altogether. Wow. Um, okay, so I have a lot of chewing to do. I might just eat this for today and that's it. I won't eat anything for dinner. Oh, I also have some popcorn. Let me show you. Let me show you. There we go. some popcorn. Um, this is from a company. I think I've seen that company before, but I can't remember. It's cheesy cheese favorite popcorn. I won't eat this today. I have to be very strict with myself. So no, none of that stuff. Okay, none of that stuff for today. As much as I want the salt, I'd rather not have it because I think that it's just gonna be too much for my own self. Nonetheless, so this is how my homepage looks like, by the way. Pretty cool, pretty neat. Not that neat, to be fair. Um, okay. I'm using Brave, and I really like Brave. Some people use Chrome, some people use Explorer, which has a massive update. But once again, I'll stick to Brave. I remember hearing about Brave like back in 2018. It was promoted by Bart Baker. You know the guy who makes parody songs? Yeah. Um, Basically YouTube had demonetized him completely. Like I'm not even joking. Like this guy had the worst demonetization ever. You know, the worst of the worst ever. Like the dude literally had to go to China to become a white monkey. That's literally how bad they took how much of bad how I can't even speak properly. This is just how bad things were back then. You know, things aren't really changing, but that's just how crazy it was. The fact that it was completely demonetized. And then I remember it was towards the evening or something of the sort. I was sitting over here. Hold on. I was sitting somewhere over there, and then all of a sudden I was watching the video and listening to about it was talking about how download this and download it. And I barely use Brave, but I had it there, and I still use Chrome. I was more used to Chrome, pretty scared of trying out new things. To move on. Kind of crazy, honestly. Um, I'm a bit disappointed to see how many YouTubers have fallen. But what else can I say? What else can I say? But wow, really, wow. You're really destroying lives. This is just gonna take forever. You might as well just sit here for hours and watch me eat. Mm. One, two, three. Three more to go. I'll stick with this last because there's a lot of chocolate over here. I'll go with the plain. Gotta go with the plain stuff first. Let's check up on Babylon B. Oh my goodness, what do we have over here? I'm sorry about the squeaking. My chair. Oh, it squeaks a lot. What do we have over here? Plus, I'm sorry about the lighting. After using FBI to suppress science crimes and raid political rivals' home, Biden warns democracy is in danger. Yeah, kind of crazy, right? Man eating cereal out of flour vase, wondering if he should do dishes. Oh my goodness. Really? Really? Are people that lazy to do the dishes? Okay, to be fair, I don't do the dishes myself, but I can do it. I've done it a couple of times and it's not that bad. You just wash it away, wash the gunk away. Come on. Negative Rings of Power reviews all being posted by one user, Peter Jackson, what 1337. Oh, that's funny. That's funny. Um, Once again, Amazon is getting a lot of negative reviews. They did change up the reviewing format just because of Rings of Power. But the thing is, they wouldn't have gotten such negative reviews in the first place if they made the show good. Okay? The fact that they expected people to eat out of their hands, really, after looking at the first trailer dislikes, they really thought that this was going to be grand. And keep calling the haters racist and sexist. Keep calling them that. You're not going to do any good. You're just going to make people trust you less. Okay. Dog scientists determine water from toilet contains essential vitamins not found in water bowl. Oh, that's interesting. Um, Now, Babylon B yesterday, I think, or the other day, they just went on a big rant, like just full of like Brandon stuff. It was like 6 or 7 articles. No, more than that, like 10 articles or even 11 articles about him. So I've heard about this new studio, not necessarily new, maybe it's old, uh, but they're very much a family-friendly studio, and I want to see more about them. Okay. Angel Studios. That's the thing. Angel Studios. Angel Studios. So, um, Angel Studios is basically this. They make some family-friendly stuff, a lot of Christian stuff, and that's good. You know. Now, let me just put this down. Okay. So they make a lot of series. So let's just check what else they do because they do a lot more. They're also working on an animated feature from another Christian author, and basically it's a cartoon series coming soon. It's called The Wing Feather. The Wing Feather. They also have Tuttle Twins, which is like basically this libertarian story based on the books. It's kind of cool. It's kind of cool. Honestly, I really like what they're doing, and they aren't shoving it down your throats. I don't see all the woke idiots crying about this. And this is how you do things, you don't lecture the audience like this. Look, there are people who like stuff like this, and that's great. And the best way to do it is something like this. Don't lecture people too much because that's just one way how you get people in. As soon as you start lecturing people, they start to sway away. But you can win their hearts by not doing so, and they'll come aboard, you know? Using art to get people involved. That's amazing. Um, so there's basically we have like 20 million, 20 million. This is adorable. This is adorable. You can't read the shirt, but it says places to go, people to see, communists to offend. That's hilarious, honestly. Um, that's hilarious. So let's just see. Get involved. You can also create stuff if you want to, but what is this? Okay, freelancers chosen the wing. Okay, okay. So a lot of these things are unavailable. I don't know why. Are they coming soon or not available just yet? Okay. Um, Maybe not available in my country. I don't know. Don't really know. Watch. Jungle Beat. Oh yeah, we have Jungle Beat in my country. It's amazing. It's very cool. Freelance is what's this? Is this a show? Okay, I can't play it, but I'll skim through it. So I can't show it to y'all. But okay. Okay, these look very like simple, fun stuff, you know? There's there's Drybar, they have a lot of their own original. And the Wing Feather Saga is something I'm looking forward for. I never read the books, but if you look at the animation, look at the trailers, it's terrific. Okay, so that's pretty cool. Anyways, I have to go. I have to go, but want to check out angel.com, angelstudios.com. They seem to be trying to make something for a really interesting audience that's actually wanting to watch stuff. So I'll check it out myself. Maybe I'll even subscribe and purchase part of the uh, programming. I don't know if that makes sense in the future. Okay. Have a perfect day. Bye.